5 on your sideline. I'm Corey Miller. You heard Kelly. We've got a full house tonight. We're going to talk to Michaela McGee in just a little bit. But Annie, we had to go big with the full squad tonight.
Corey, no kidding. I'm Annie Kroll, and it may be gnarly outside, but the high school football doesn't stop. Let's hit the highlights.
Let's do it. Eureka and Kirkwood up first. Mizzou future Jack Lang against Mizzou past Jeremy Macklin and Kirkwood. Defensive battle in the first half. Here's a good pass, though. Owen Nestledge downfield to Jacob Everhart for Kirkwood. Eureka was in the backfield a bunch, though. Here come a pair of Wildcat sacks. They're all over the quarterback. And then a big play on offense. Casey Hobelman to Larry Reed. That's pretty nice. This was a scoreless game at half, but Eureka pulled it off in the second half for a 14-10 victory.
That will work.
I saw a familiar face checking out that game. It's Mizzou head coach Eli Drinkwitz in town to watch some of his St. Louis area commits, including Eureka's Jack Lang. We caught up with Coach on the sideline.
Well, it doesn't mean that I don't love my wife. I would really like to be home with my family, but I mean, recruiting is the lifeblood of our program. Obviously, St. Louis has been so good to us when you're talking about Brady Cook, Luther Burden, Marquise Graciel, Marvin Burks, Brett Norfleet, and it's about us finding those next guys.
Celebrity on the sidelines. How about Ritenour at Lindberg? Huskies up 6-0 at the half. Pink out night for cancer awareness for the Flyers. Flyers are going to get on the board first, and that's thanks to their legs. Jackson Bailey, that's good with the field goal. Later on, it's going to be Connor Lanham. Bursts his way into the end zone. That's good for 6. And guess what? You just saw all of the Lindberg points tonight. They hold on to win 10-8 over Ritenour.
MCC matchup. SLUH on the road at Powerhouse CBC. Cadets backed up deep in their own territory, but no problem. They have Nick McClellan. He finds a lane and is going to be gone for a 94-yard touchdown. We even had to speed it up to fit in the highlight. He's almost that fast, though. Next for CBC, Courtney Rivers is going to get the ball and fight his way for a 9-yard score. 13-0 Cadets. Later on, Vic Williams, it's his turn. He's going to break through for a 40-yard touchdown for CBC.
Ooh.
Right through that line. The Cadets get bragging rights in this one. They beat SLUH 41-0. Annie.
The rain, blessedly, Corey, stayed away downtown as Cardinal Ritter hosted Lift for Life, and it's going to be Ritter senior Carson Boyd wasting no time with this quarterback sneak, refuses to get caught up in that traffic. Oh yeah, he's going to take it to the big house. That's good for 6, but then it's going to be Hawks QB Phoenix Isaiah, no pun intended, flies one out to Tony Woolfolk Jr., and that is good for a 40-yard pass, and don't worry, he's got the first down as well. Boyd coming through one more time, though, this time connecting with Parker Jamarin, and Cardinal Ritter wins 44, Lift for Life 16, just a couple minutes ago.
A little rain isn't going to stop the show at Rockwood Summit. They hosted Fox tonight. Poncho's optional. Play action for Summit. Blaine Branscombe to Blake Bell. The BB connection, let's call it that. Touchdown Falcons. Later on, Branscombe going to air it out. He's going to find Jason Tiller in the corner of the end zone for 6 more. Rockwood Summit goes on to win 38-14. Michaela.
All right, the East St. Louis Flyers may very well be the best show on both sides of the river right now, and they show no mercy tonight against O'Fallon. The Flyers running backs were having a field day, including senior Lavarius Fresh Woods driving one in from 13 yards. And defense keeping the Panthers out of their territory the entire game. Raheem Floyd all over it. Our last look, but definitely not their last touchdown of the night. Kendrick Lyons goes long to Ronnie Gomiller. The Flyers remain unbeaten with a 55-0 win over O'Fallon.
Tackle Hunger 3, sponsored by Neighbors Credit Union, your neighbor for life.
For Tackle Hunger this week, we went to the Metro East for Clash of the Catholics. It's Alton Marquette versus Althoff. Check this one out. At Alton, here is what students and staff have collected for Operation Food Search. Despite the fact that it's a short week with no school on Monday or even Friday, they've collected money to buy canned goods during lunch periods and even allowed donated food to be used for admission to some of those volleyball games.
I know we posted a lot on the Instagrams and the Facebooks just to get as many canned goods as we possibly could.
Everybody does what they can. That's like a thing that we do at Althoff is we really talk about like do what you can and help where you can help.
Moment you've all been waiting for. Here's the final tally for Tackle Hunger this week. Althoff came out on top with over 2,000 pounds of food collected. In total, the food collected this week will help provide quality nutrition to over 1,600 people for a day. A big thank you to both those schools. Let's talk about the highlights now. The Crusaders hosted Alton Marquette last night because of that rain. An undefeated Althoff came out on fire. Jaden Ellington to Boston College commit Charleston Colden 6-0 Althoff. That was a pretty one. The leading touchdown scorer in the area made it look easy. Oregon commit De'Air Hill Jr. finds a lane. He's going to take it all the way, waltzes it in to the end zone. That's going to be another 6. And if you're going to be on the receiving end of a sack from Mizzou defensive line commit Jason Dowell, I guess this is probably the best case scenario. Nice little pat on the head right there.
That could have hurt
Could have been a lot worse. Althoff beats Alton Marquette 49-0 to remain undefeated on the season.